Well, welcome everybody. It's an honor to be here. We're going to go over today M3, which stands for movement, mobility, and mindset. My name is Chris Nentars. I'm a physical therapist, manual therapist, movement coach. I'm located in Buffalo, New York right now. I have about 20 years experience, and I'm here today to join you in this movement. We're looking at a lot of the presenters and everyone had an opportunity to introduce themselves, and we're really all saying the same thing. We're saying, hey, movement practice is important. Having mobility is important, right? And that is a spectrum, whether it's general joint mobility or being able to get off the ground, and your mindset's important. We all understand these things. However, we tend to practice them in separation of each other. They're inseparable, but we practice them separately. And furthermore, as caregivers, a lot of times we forget to take care of ourselves. So if I could ask you today, I would like to invite you into this session where we're going to work on some movement, some mobility, and some mindset, focusing on our neck, our wrists, and I got some requests for low back and hips. We're going to do that too. So there's two goals. Number one, hopefully there's something that can be gained for your clients professionally. There might be a cue we use, an exercise, a concept that'll help you further your practice. More importantly, number two, please allow this to be your movement practice. Reset. I invite you to pause and reload and regenerate so you could be better for the people around you. And that's really important. A lot of times we don't do that and we become selfish in the fact that we don't take care of ourselves. We find that making time, making space to connect with our bodies and our mind is selfish. We take care of everyone else. But really, in reality, is what happens. It becomes selfless. Because we don't take care of ourselves. We have less of ourselves. That's not good. So what we would like to do today is become self-full. So I invite you to lay down and get comfortable. And we're going to start with some simple breathing. We're going to go through some breathing and reset our system. And we'll talk about a little core training in that. And then we'll work through some mobility. The idea is we're going to fight away this sitting Tex-Mex posture that we've been working on. So I invite you, please lay down on your backs. Please lay down on your backs. And find a comfortable position. And I'm going to go along this with you. Again, please be self-full today, full of self. Go ahead and lie down and join me. Find yourself in a comfortable position. Allow your body to come to the ground, and then focus a little bit on your breath. Just notice how you're breathing. Notice the air coming in, maybe drawing attention to how you're breathing through the nose. And then exhaling, just starting to release and relax. Turn a mindful eye to where you're breathing from. Think about breathing a little bit deeper through your diaphragm, taking a big belly breath, and allow that exhale to be relaxing and releasing. Allow your body to be heavy. Big diaphragmatic breath through the belly. Fill up the side abdominal wall, the back of your rib cage. Exhale out, release any tension that's in your forehead. Allow your chest to open up to the ceiling. Allow your feet to churn out. Allow your legs to be heavy. Inhaling now, not only filling up the belly, but really the side rib cage. Start to draw air deeper. Start to light that fire within, but the exhale still remains the same. It's relaxing and releasing. This is what we call diaphragmatic breathing. It's a very important practice. Diaphragmatic breathing decreases the tone of the sympathetic system. It starts to turn on the rest and digest system, opening up the window for recovery. Let's turn that diaphragmatic breath into what we call a mobility breath. Not only breathing through the belly, but also inhaling through the sternum, through the rib cage, through the clavicles, completely filling up our thoracic cage and then relaxing out. So now it's a big, deep mobility breath in, filling up through the belly first, then the rib cage, front, side, back, chest, sternum, shoulders, filling up with air, relaxing, releasing out. We call this mobility breathing now because we're creating mobility literally from the inside out, from the lungs, through the rib cage, through the shoulders, big, massive inhale. Releasing, exhale. Notice that little spring that's present as you exhale. Still allowing yourself to be heavy. Inhale in deep through the belly. We're going to do 2 more breaths like this. Rib cage, chest, shoulders. Fill yourself up. Exhale, release out. Mobility breathing. 1 more. Deep inhale in through the belly, lower ribs. Fill up your chest and shoulders. Exhale out. Great job. So that's mobility breathing. A little different than diaphragmatic breathing, but it has a time and a place. Now, no matter how flat a pancake, it always has 2 sides. So now we're going to take that mobility breath and turn it into a stability breath. So we're still going to breathe in through the belly, through the chest, through the sternum. And as we exhale, we're going to start to create a little bit of tension in our core, bringing the ribs together as we're knitting the ribs together, exhaling, creating a little bit of tension in the front of the tummy, in the side of the tummy, and then relaxing. So that's a stability breath. It's an inhale through the belly, through the rib cage, through the shoulders. It's an exhale out, rib cage, knitting together, core bracing. Now you keep doing this. And now I want you to visualize you're laying on a mirror, and there'd be parts of you touching the mirror and parts of you not touching the mirror. As you breathe and as you brace, as you walk that line between mobility and tension, don't let your body position change on the mirror. In other words, the parts that are touching the mirror, stay touching. The parts you're not touching the mirror, don't touch. So we're maintaining neutral spine as we create buttressing tension around our spine, because we're going to use that later. Still a big inhale in through the belly. Filling up, exhaling, rib cage collapsing down, abs tightening. Not only the front abs, but the side abs, the back abs. Like a cylinder wrapping around our trunk, bracing. On your next exhale, take that bracing not only to your belly, but into your glutes and into your quads. Create tension in your body and relax. We're going to do 3 here. Just a big breath in. It's a bracing exhale, creating energy out, squeezing the glutes and quads at the bottom. Big inhale through the belly. Chest, sternum, shoulder. Exhale, brace that spine, squeeze those glutes, squeeze the quads, hold that, relax your shoulders. Brace the core, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the quad, relax your shoulders. And time. Great work. Shake out your shoulder, shake out the fingers a little bit. We're going to continue to play along with that mirror analogy. We're going to go into what we call a co-contraction. So let's do this together. Let's bring both knees and hips up to 90 degrees. And then from here, let's take both hands, place them on top of the knees. Focus your body, mind up. Widen your shoulders to the ceiling. Press up into your hands with both knees. Press down into both knees with your hands. Notice what happens. That's right, we brace. Hold that tension. We're holding this for 20 more seconds. Now the key thing is breathe. Breathe behind the shield, we call this. Bracing, pushing the knees up, pushing the hands down. Hold that core, brace your spine, relax your shoulders, and time. Release, hands, feet to the ground. Again, do a little Stevie Wonder, shake things out a little bit. Here we are creating tension in our body. So we call this dead bug position with co-contraction. Here, my body automatically has to brace because I'm pushing my hand and knee together. From here, made it look too easy, so we're going to step it up a notch. We're going to go into our position. Let me demonstrate first. While I maintain this co-contraction, we're going to lift the arm and leg away from the body, and then we're going to pull back in again. Now here's the good news. We're only doing 3 on each side. So move slowly, move with intent, and let's start this together. Brace out, exhale. Don't forget about the mirror. Back stays neutral. We should have a house for a mouse or room for a deck of cards. Not a big deck, not a small deck, a normal deck of cards. Push the hands up, push the hands down, push the knees up, press, press, press. Now right leg, right arm move away from the body. Now as I'm moving my arm and leg away from the body, don't forget about the left hand. Press the knee up, press the hand down. Tremendous co-contraction happening. Brace, bring the hand and knee together. That was 1 rep. We have 5 more. Left leg, alternating. Pretend there's a $100 bill between your right hand and your right knee. Don't let anyone have that $100 bill. Maintain neutral spine. Turn a mindful eye to what your body is doing on the ground. Press up, co-contraction, lengthen your body. Relax the head, relax the head. Left leg comes away. Press the knee up, press the hand down, lock everything in. You're not pressing hard enough. You should be sweating. One more rep on each side. One more rep on each side. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Maximal pressure between the hand and the knee. You got this. You got this. Keep your core braced. Fantastic job. And relax. Shake it out. So there we had it. You had a dead bug with co-contraction. Now we're going to work on a little bit of upper neck mobility. So we started with a good breathing practice. All great movement methods. Tai Chi, yoga, martial arts, all the ancient methods begin with breathing practice. And it was a great thing that we started there. Then we started to activate the center of our body, really working on what we call bracing. Now we're going to work on upper neck mobility. So again, here I'm going to use my TRX rocker. I like this because my neck's going to be a more neutral position. You could use a foam roller if you want. You could use tennis balls or lacrosse balls or any other devices are out there. Now we're going to lay down on our backs. So from here, I'm going to relax my head. Feet can be comfortable wherever you want. So I would invite you to either extend your legs or let your legs fall out. The idea here, we are relaxed. Then find neutral spine, turn your attention to your breath, let your head be heavy. Let whatever device you have behind you do all the work. So you're letting your head just sink into the device, releasing the tissue. So here we have a nice edge. If we want little yeses and nos, micro movements, the suboccipital spine is such a sensitive area and it's so valuable. We get a lot of our cervical mobility from C0, C1, and C2, those upper cervical joints, and you guys know how important they are. And we're gonna have some really nice talks later on in the day about that, so pay attention. So little nods, yes and no, but we're moving very slow. Shaking the head, seek and destroy any spots that are sore. So right there, I have a sore spot on the right. I'm just going to hang out on that and let my head be heavy. Turn your attention to your breath. Be self-full. Now let's go ahead and watch what we're going to do here. I'm going to take my left hand and place it on my forehead. I am going to move my head into rotation with my left hand. The key is I'm not moving my head by using my neck muscles. So I am passively moving my head using my left hand. This is great because now we're getting true joint mobility. I can nod the head up and down, let the neck relax. Visualize a wood plank sitting on a ball. If you were to move that wood plank, the ball would suddenly move underneath it. If we are striving or making effort to move our neck using our neck muscles, they're automatically going to get compression. So by using our hand, go ahead and switch hands. I'm getting passive joint mobility. So this is decompression. We're lengthening, we're releasing, we're changing the tone of the muscles. Many of our techniques are driven to decrease tone. Certainly activation is important, right? We did that with breathing, but there's also time for relaxing. Remember, no matter how flat a pancake, it has two sides. Nod up and down, find the sore spots. Don't be afraid to go all the way behind the ear. And then again, you don't have to work very hard. Just finding and creating tension is good enough. With these techniques, we like to go a little bit longer, 60, 90 seconds, 2 minutes. Essentially, we're looking to stimulate Ruffini endings and Pacinian corpuscles, which are the sympathetic driven nerve endings, and they take a little longer to depolarize, and they're also longer acting. So for these down regulation techniques, that's why we slow roast it, right? Just like good barbecue, slow roast, don't pressure cook. All right, fantastic. Let's go ahead and take the device out and roll over to our stomachs. We are now going to do what we call face painting. Please allow me to show you as we do this. We know that soft tissue release and manual therapy is good. We also know that movement is good. We know when we combine those together, there's a synergistic effect, right? 1 + 1 = 3. So here we are going to sandwich soft tissue work with movement, and we're going to do face painting. So we're gonna begin with our arms relaxed on our shoulders. Now, part of my face is gonna be touching the mat at all times, although I'm not gonna be resting my head. Watch me. So my nose is gonna be touching the mat, and then I'm slowly, very, very slowly, going to look to the left. I'm gonna turn and make contact with my nose, then my front of my cheek, my middle of the cheek, outside of the cheek, then my ear. Relaxing the shoulders, then we're gonna turn the other way. Notice I'm not lifting my head off the ground or keeping my shoulders relaxed. So let's do this together. Begin laying face down. We call this sunny side down or moon side up. Nose is touching the ground. Let's start looking over our left shoulder. Relax your shoulders. Slowly turn the head. Brushing your nose, your cheek on the ground as if you were a painter brushing canvas. No striving. Turn as far as you can and find your first barrier of resistance. And then turn the other way, brushing cheek, nose. Embrace that little light contact with the ground. This is going to help unload your body. In addition, it's going to give you feedback. So that way we can move with intent, slow and controlled. Reshaping the tone of those muscles, re-coordinating our eyes, our inner ear, our upper cervical spine together. Face painting, rotation left and right. Let's go one more each way. Relax the shoulders, relax the hips, relax the legs, allow your legs to be heavy. Brush the canvas with your face, turning all the way to the left, all the way right, nice and easy. Great job. Let's prop up on our elbows in the Sphinx position. From here, because our upper traps are unloaded, we have an entry point for neck mobility. So let's go ahead and bend the head side to side and focus on the joints. Again, because those soft tissues are unloaded, now we're getting nice joint mobility. So we can move the head side to side. We could do little mini chin tucks. I invite you to explore all different motions of your neck. Great work. Now we're going to go back to face painting, except this time we're going to be looking up and looking down, and there's going to be a little bit of thoracic spine mobility engaged here. Let me allow you to show you what to do. I'm going to move a little more speedily than I want you to, but it's only for demonstration purposes. So watch what we do here. Nose down. I'm going to look up as far as I can, not lifting my head up and cranking on my neck. We are maintaining length, not only in the front, but the back as we move. And then we're going to change directions. Now, as I change directions, this is the part where it gets fun. I'm actually going to peel my sternum off the ground, touching the top of my head. So here I have cervical thoracic joint mobility. Let's do this together. Head starts facing down, shoulders are relaxed. We're doing face painting. So let's start looking up, brush the lips, the chin, the lower chin, lower chin, and then reverse it. Lower chin to mid chin. Lower lip, upper lip, nose, lower forehead, middle forehead, upper forehead. Peel your sternum off the ground and then reverse it. Move slow and smooth with control. I love using acronyms for this. And the acronym I'm going to have you move is move as SAS, S-A-S. So that stands for slow as a snail or a slug, not slow as shit. Okay, here we go. One more. Good. Brush the face. Face painting. Really nice work. Let's come back into Sphinx pose. This is going to be a little activation exercise. So here's the key. We only have 3 on each side. Really simple. What we're going to do is a reach, a roll, and a lift. So with our right arm, we're going to sweep the arm in front of us. It's a reach. Then it's a roll, palm up to the ceiling, and a lift off the ground. Now, the key thing is, notice what my low back is doing as I do this. Low back is not moving, low back is not moving. Reach, roll, lift. Apologize for the car in the background. Let's get 3 on each side. Reach out with the hand, maintain neutral spine. Roll that palm up, lift with that arm. Relax the legs. Great job. Reach, roll, and lift. This is great for shoulder activation. This is great for upper cervical stability. It's just great to retrain the body. 3 on each side. Reach, roll, and lift. Reach, roll, maybe reaching up a little bit further each time, but not striving. Remember, gaining mobility occurs over weeks and months, not sets and reps. So we're gonna go nice and easy with that. Great, so there we had Sphinx lift. We finished with our face painting, and we're gonna move on to what we call a C stretch. So we're moving down into our thoracic spine. This is gonna be a little hips too. Join me. We're gonna be in a quadruped position. We are gonna windshield wiper our legs off to the right. Then we are gonna take our left hand, place in front of our right hand. So windshield wiper, my legs to the right, my knees are wide, left hand is in front of the right hand. Then we're gonna sit into the left side of our body, down and back, resting onto the right forearm. No pinch in the shoulder, I'm nice and relaxed. This is a C stretch. So if you looked at me, I'd be like this on the ground, stretching a C. We're lengthening the left side of your body. Peel the pelvis away from the shoulders. Keep reaching with your left hand. Sink into that side stretch. We are thinking rib cage. We are thinking lat. We're thinking maybe quadratus. And then park some breath into your rib cage. From here, I want you to pretend like you're Superman or Superwoman, and Spider-Man or Spider-Woman, and you are gonna walk your fingers forward, further peeling your shoulder away from your pelvis, embracing that stretch, working that lateral line. Great job, and come on out of that. Let's switch sides. So let's set this up. Legs, windshield wiper off to the left. Right hand comes in front of my left hand. We're gonna sit back onto the left forearm as you bend sideways into the right side of your body. Relax your shoulders, stay long through your neck. Windshield wiper those legs. Sit into that side C stretch, releasing rib cage, lat, maybe even under the tricep, quadratus, that lateral line. Park some breath in the rib cage. Remember our mobility breath? Remember our stability breath? Don't forget about that. Great place to add mobility and stability here. That way we're enhancing our ability to move. That's what mobility is. It's not just getting end range. It's being able to explore there, and it's being able to have health and safety there as well. C stretch. Great job. Come on out of that. We're gonna do kick stand thoracic mobility. So let's take the left leg out to the side, toes towards our shin. I am lengthening this whole posterior chain by dorsiflexing my foot. And then from here, we're gonna take the left hand behind the head. We're gonna rotate, touching elbow to elbow, almost as if we're doing thread the needle, and then we're gonna rotate up. So I call this a twofer. Not only are we getting thoracic mobility, we're also getting this tremendous inside hip mobility, maybe part of the hamstring, maybe part of the adductor complex as well. You can get about 5 on each side, just moving easy, C stretch. We call this our kick stand stretch. Good, shoulders down and back, wide open chest. Last one on this side, and we'll do a little switcheroo. Left hand comes back to neutral, left leg goes down, right leg goes out. 90 degrees, toes towards your shin, hand behind the head. Let's go elbow to elbow, compress a little bit here, reach forward. Don't be afraid to brace a little bit to pull yourself into that mobility position. And then we're gonna open up. Watch my left shoulder. Keep this left shoulder down and back. That way we're opening up with the chest and not through either shoulder. That's what this is about, right? Chest mobility, opening up through the thoracic spine, taking away this text neck. Reach elbow to elbow, rotate in, rotate out. And a nice kick stand stretch. Love following up thoracic mobilization with thoracic mobility exercise. You never have enough thoracic mobility. Now we're gonna go back to our stability lesson. Again, thinking about moving from the center. What was our goal of M3 today, right? Recharging ourselves, resetting our posture, giving ourselves something. This is a park bench workout, not a workbench workout, right? We're not going to work. This is a park bench workout. It's enjoyable. So what we're gonna do is take your device, whatever that is, a foam roller, a ball, and then we're gonna do a bird dog. We've been here before, haven't we? We did our dead bug. This is just a dead bug, but we're on all fours. From here, bracing our core, we're gonna sweep our opposite arm and opposite leg away from our body, reaching, adding length. I want length here. We're not going into extension, neutral spine. And then we're gonna come back in. So press the hand to the knee. We got 3 reps, co-contraction, sweep away. I want you to pretend whatever you have on your back is your favorite adult beverage, coffee, right? And you're not gonna spill that. It's the last coffee left in the world. And if you finish the exercise without spilling it, guess what? You get to drink it. Let's go to the other side. Start with the co-contraction, lock everything in. Sweep, arm and leg away from the body, maintain neutral spine. Allow whatever device you have on your back to create internal awareness of how you're moving. That way we're driving the system, we're driving change. Shouldn't have to coach and cue. We're really starting to be aware of how we can create awareness through movement by using different props, by using gravity, by using walls. These are all wonderful, wonderful things. And connecting your movement to awareness really brings on that mindset component that we want. So that was called a bird dog. Now we're going to take that bird dog into what's called a shoulder tap. Shoulder tap. So watch this. We're going to be in a push-up position. How do you get in a push-up position? All you're going to do is prop one leg back and then the other without moving your spine. Lock everything in, and then without moving your body, I'm going to touch left hand to right side, and then I'm going to come out of that. 3 on each side. The idea is, can I do this without moving? This is the hardest core exercise that we've done today. Explore it. Try it out a little bit. Just 3 on each side. Just 3. Just enough to dip our toe in the water to get a little stronger and a little more stable. Great. Let's take a seated position. Whatever is comfortable for you. Legs crossed. If you want to go 90-90, you're welcome to do so. We're going to work on just some neck mobility. We're going to finish our M3 session off with some upright mobility. We started on the ground. We reset our posture. We turned on our nervous system in different ways. And then we worked progressively up, releasing our neck, moving into thoracic mobility. And now let's finish with some postural exercises in an upright position. So we're going to do 2 head circles, clockwise and counterclockwise, and it looks like this, maintaining tall spine. We're going to let the head fall off the body. So what do I mean? Let gravity be your friend as you go into mobility. We're going to do 2 circles clockwise and 2 circles counterclockwise. Let the head fall. Let the muscles relax. Take the lesson of what we did earlier, carry over into these movements as well. Head releases around the body. The shoulders aren't releasing. Maintain your shoulders relatively over your pelvis. If you're already done with your circles, it means you've gone too fast. So I invite you to slow it down. Give that nervous system, let's go ahead and switch directions. Gives that nervous system time to relax. Think about, from a mobility perspective, the layers of mobility, the joint capsule, joint surfaces. We have joint salts that we're breaking up. Of course, we have fascial layers, hyaluronic acid, all those things that create gliding in the tissues, nerves, all those things need to relax. Great job. And we do that by moving slowly. Now we're going to do the same thing, shoulder circles with our arms, heavy biceps relaxed. We're going to right side. Head stays tall. We're going to go backward, shoulder circle, slow and controlled, really moving just through the shoulder. I want you to come forward as far as you can. I want you to go forward and up as far as you can, go up and up as far as you can, go back as far as you can, relaxing the bicep, relaxing the forearm. And let's go the other way with the shoulder. Just about 2 on each side. I like this variation because we're forcing that arm to be heavy. We're moving through the shoulder, not putting any tension in the hand, forearm, or wrist, where all of us manual therapists tend to be a little tight anyway. Great job. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Slow and controlled, big shoulder circles, letting the bicep, the forearm, the arm be heavy. Try to keep the head tall. There might be a tendency to want the head drift a little bit towards the shoulder. Don't let those muscles overactivate and pull your head out of position. This is mobility, right? It's not just training for flexibility. It's training for improved quality of motion, which generally means good midline stability. Great. So there you had it. We started with 3 different types of breathing, which are so important to our personal practice as well as our clients' practice. We talked about mixing joint mobility drills with soft tissue mobility drills. We also talked about training the nervous system. So I hope that this session allowed us to see where movement, mobility, and mindset all come together. We don't have to do a 2-hour, 110-degree yoga class to embrace mobility. We don't have to do a 2-week silent retreat in order to be able to do mindset training. And certainly we don't have to run a marathon in order to take care of the benefits that movement training gets us. So I hope this gave you something. I hope there's something in here that you could use for your clients. I look forward to continuing our sessions today. Again, my name is Chris Nentars, and happy to help you with anything I can forward. So again, Scott and Monica and the rest of the folks, thanks for having me here, and look forward to continuing to learn from you all the rest of the day.